be talking about my winter skincare routine, and by winter skincare routine, I just really mean my all year round skincare routine because my skin is always the driest ever. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people where I'll be obsessed with something and then as soon as I even think about mentioning it, even like if I even just say a little thing about something, all of a sudden my skin's breaking out. It's a totally different product. I don't even know what I was talking about. Like that always freaking happens to me. So I've been perfecting this skincare routine for about 2 years. Some of the items are newer. Others are absolutely ride or die, holy grail, cannot live without them in my life kind of products. Also, another reason I've been wanting to do this for a long time is I had some skin struggles, which I'll get into in a second, and I was all over YouTube, blogs, internet, anywhere I could find information on how to help my breakouts and dry skin and all these situations. The one thing I noticed is that there wasn't a lot of information or product recommendations for people who have really dry, sensitive, yet acne-prone skin. It was almost like acne-prone and oily kind of were like BFFs. So a couple years ago, I got off the birth control pill because I was having some complications, just some weird female issues. And all of a sudden my hormones decided to be completely indecisive, you know, Libra problems. And then I just started breaking out all around here and all around here. They were very small, but clusters of these small little cyst things. When they were coming through the skin, they'd be itchy, like I could tell they were coming through. And then once they would show their ugly head, they would be so painful. You couldn't pop them. You just had to sit and look at them basically. And then 5 years later, when they would disappear because it took forever for them to go away, they would leave this really dark purple scar in its place, and then 5,000 others would pop up right next to it. So I was definitely having some struggles. They were not the biggest cysts or pimples you've ever seen in your life, but I learned that they were actually hormonal and they were cystic, but I guess it comes in all different shapes and sizes and forms. But that being said, now I will tell you this. I put a crap load of stuff on my face. Some of you guys are gonna be like, is all of this necessary? And to be honest with you, some of it is not necessary. I just know that as I watched videos when I was going through my struggles with my skin, they were so helpful, and I could pick out little things that I was like, well, I don't suffer with this, so I don't think I'll need that kind of situation. So I'm hoping I can just help anyone, whether you have dry skin and or sensitive skin and or acne prone. Basically in this video, I'm going to describe each product, what I like about it, how it worked for me and changed my skin. And then I will go through and show you guys how I use each product and apply it, just in case. I know sometimes going into detail helps a little bit more. It's like, how much do I put on? Where do I put it? Are you patting it? Are you rubbing it? What is happening here? We don't know, but hopefully this will be helpful to you guys. Also, if you have any other questions during the course of this video, leave those down in the comment section, not the description box. And then I will hopefully be able to answer any questions you guys have. I am not a professional esthetician or anything like that, or dermatologist, so I might not be able to answer every single question, but I can hopefully at least tell you how it worked for me or something like that. So that will kind of be that. All right, I think that is all I had to say about that. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you gotta do, because I have a feeling this is gonna be a long one, but I think we're gonna have some fun. So yeah, let's do it. So my skincare routine is basically the same for morning and nighttime. The only difference is usually I have makeup to remove at night, and I've tried a ton of different things. I've tried makeup wipes, I've tried eye makeup removers. I've also used coconut oil, which I loved coconut oil for makeup removal, but it started breaking me out. So about a year ago, GirRLzZz sent me a package of a bunch of their products, and they sent me this in the package, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. And I will definitely be repurchasing this after I get through it. It is the GirRLzZz Pre-Cleanse Oil. I am so obsessed with this stuff. It still has quite a bit of product in it. Also, I really like that it's an oil. So when you have dry skin, even some of the natural kind of makeup wipes have had really strong scents and have really irritated my skin. And sometimes just taking a wipe to your skin in general when you have really dry, sensitive skin, at least for me, just picks up dry skin even more, irritates it, or roughs it up before I even get into my skincare routine. So I feel like it's just setting me up for failure. So this pre-cleanse oil has been a miracle in a bottle, literally. I also wanted to mention the pre-cleanse balm. It's worth comparing. The great thing about the pre-cleanse balm is that it's not quite as messy as the oil. This is definitely a little bit more solid, and then when you rub your palms together, it kind of melts and turns more into an oil. But I do prefer the pre-cleanse oil just because I feel like a little bit goes a long way. Where this one, I feel like I have to use quite a bit more to make it happen. So I love both of them, but we'll definitely be repurchasing the pre-cleanse oil. All right, so enough about the product. How I use it is I pump it into the palm of my hand, I rub my hands together, and then I work it into my skin. I rub it on my lips, on my eyes. And what's so nice about oil, if you've never used a cleansing oil or any sort of oil to take your makeup off, is it literally melts your makeup off of your face. You will see it just kind of breaking down the product. My waterproof mascara, my waterproof eyeliner, where sometimes when you're just using a soap or something else, it won't get off the waterproof stuff. Sometimes you just need an oil to really break that down. And then after I have kind of spent some time really working it into my skin, I will turn on the water to a warm-ish kind of temperature. I don't go too cold because I feel like that would close up my pores, but I also don't turn it on super hot to where it will dry the crap out of my skin. And I'll splash the warm water on my face and start the process of washing off my makeup. It just starts breaking it down a little bit more and rinsing off what you just put all over your face or the makeup that kind of melted. So to cleanse my face, I use the Juice Beauty Green Apple Brightening Cleanser. This stuff is, I think I've been using this for about 2 years, maybe longer now. I tried other cleansers just to see how they would work out on my skin and if I like them better than this, but nope. This is my absolute favorite cleanser of all freaking time. I think I did a video on Juice Beauty a couple years back where I tried out the acne clearing line. I can't remember what it was called exactly, but I really liked it. I believe I gave it a really good review. It wasn't necessarily drying out my face like other acne clearing products, but it wasn't moisturizing it either. I just felt like there was room for improvement. So I read some reviews because I was really loving the line itself. And I found this brightening gel cleanser and the reviews were awesome on this freaking product. So they were saying that it brightened up their face, it was gentle enough on their dry, sensitive skin. And they also said that it takes off all of their makeup. So when they go in with the toner or they try to kind of go over it again with a makeup wipe, there was nothing left over. And that's another thing I was really looking for. Something that is gentle enough on dry, sensitive skin, but something that will also take off my makeup. So that is exactly what this does. I did mention earlier that I kind of struggled with some dark purple marks that were left over from my acne struggles. So this definitely has helped brighten or at least lighten a lot of that hyperpigmentation to where now I don't even have to use concealer to cover it up. I believe in my foundation routine that I did a long time ago, I had to spend forever and ever and ever trying to color correct my dark spots. But now I don't have to do that because they've completely lightened up to where they almost look non-existent. So anyways, this has definitely helped with that. So what I do is I will pump some of this into the palm of my hand and rub my palms together or hands together real good. And then I start working it into my skin. And one thing I learned at my dermatologist's office is, I actually saw this on the wall. I didn't really learn it from my dermatologist. I just literally read it on like it was an article that was framed in the room. I know this is so weird, but the article said that most people don't spend enough time washing their face. So it's not getting rid of all of the makeup in our pores or free radicals or whatever else is on our face from the long day that we just had or whatever just happened in your life. So that being said, I can't remember how long it recommended because I'm really impatient. So I just extended it a little bit depending on the night. So I just sit there and really work the product into my face for quite some time until I feel like it's just been way too long, which is probably only like 1.5 seconds. But I don't know, it's probably a couple minutes. And then once again, turn on the water to a warm temperature and then splash water on my face until everything is gone. I have used exfoliators, even sensitive skin exfoliators, like devices, different like head things and different pads, all different sorts of things for sensitive dry skin. But for me personally, I just realized that my skin was way calmer if I just left it alone a little bit. Anyways, moving on, after I'm done cleansing and washing off my face, what do I do? Toner. All right, so I'm one of those people who never used a toner in their entire life. I really didn't even know what a toner did or if it was necessary. I still to this day don't know if they're necessary, but I know that this one is necessary in my life. So a friend of mine here on YouTube recommended a product that saved my life, and I've never had a chance to properly thank her. Her channel here on YouTube is Beauty Junkie 101, so you definitely need to check her out. She's really freaking hilarious and also has really good advice, obviously, because this saved my skin. She recommended this Mandelic Acid Toner by Makeup Artist Choice. I never actually heard of Makeup Artist Choice before, but I went on their site, and since then I have ordered a million samples from them and have tried a couple other things. Some were great, some I couldn't really tell a difference. As soon as I stop using this toner, my skin will break out again or have texture or something messed up will happen. So I always order 2 at a time just so I always have a backup, because I cannot go a day without my Mandelic Acid Toner. I use this day and night after I cleanse my face, and it has changed my skin. If you Google Mandelic Acid and acne on Google, you will see before and after pictures of people who had hormonal acne and started using Mandelic Acid, whether it's peels or toners or whatever, and you will see the huge difference this makes in their skin. And this is just the toner, so it is diluted. They do have Mandelic Acid peels on Makeup Artist Choice. The peel worked really great, actually. You're supposed to start small, just barely put it on your face and then take it off right away and get your skin used to it. So I did that a couple times, but I realized that the peel worked better if I used it as a spot treatment rather than just all over my whole face. So I just used it on the areas that were giving me a hard time, and it worked really well. I really actually don't use peels at all anymore. My skin has a good thing going on right now. It seems super balanced and happy, so I don't want to, like, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing, you know what I mean? And the great thing about Mandelic Acid is it's supposed to be really great for sensitive, dry skin. A lot of times acids are way too harsh for us dry, sensitive people out there, and this is not one of those. It is definitely gentle enough, yet super effective. Gets rid of hormonal acne, but is gentle enough to use on dry, sensitive skin. So this was seriously the one thing that was really missing in my entire skincare routine, my entire life, basically. All right, so how I use it is I just kind of spray a little bit, drip a little bit on the cotton ball or cotton round, and I just kind of work it across my face just very gently and lightly. Sometimes I pat, sometimes I drag a little bit, but I'm not being aggressive at all with my movements. And then you will see what's so great about this toner is any leftover makeup, usually for me it's like on my jawline area, it will take off that makeup or anything else that's lingering on your face that was left over from before. Definitely love this toner, and I feel like it's changed the game. This is a must-have, you guys, and seriously, huge thank you to Beauty Junkie 101. I call everyone by their YouTube name because that's just what I do. But huge thank you, seriously, girl. I appreciate it. You saved my skin. Thank you so much. The next thing I do in my skincare routine is something that is new. I just added this to my skincare routine a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I don't know if it's quite necessary. I'm still deciding. This is another product from Makeup Artist Choice, which that's where the toner was from. And this one is a little bit more on the pricey side. The thing I love about Makeup Artist Choice is they have a lot of samples that they sell that are like $5, $1, just depending on what you're getting. And the toner itself is not very expensive for how amazing that toner is. But this guy here, this Phytocell Renewal Serum, is a little bit on the pricey side, but the reviews on this, there's this thing about reviews. I don't know what it is, but every time I read reviews on products, it sells me every damn time. I read a lot of reviews that a lot of people use this on their eyebrows or under their eyes or on their wrinkles and saw some huge difference. But the one thing I have noticed that this has worked on is I was getting this weird dry skin on my neck. Like, this is kind of embarrassing to talk about, I'm not gonna lie. You know when your skin gets so dry that it's beyond just flaking, it just feels loose and scaly? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And I'm like, am I just getting old? What is happening? I was using moisturizer on my neck and made sure, you know, I did the whole deal every single night, but it just seemed dry. I don't know, it was weird. So anyways, I started using this serum on my neck, and I did notice that all the chicken skin is gone. There is nothing left. So I did get rid of that. So I don't know, maybe this stuff really does work and I'm not giving it enough credit. After I'm finished with it, I will give it a break. And if I notice that the skin is getting weird on my neck again, I'll get back to you on this product. I'll mention it maybe in a favorites video if it really ended up changing my neck game. But I don't really know. How I use this is I just take it, it's got a little dropper on it. I just take the dropper out and then I just drop it on my fingers, rub them together and pat it into my face. So I'm gonna evaluate the situation with this guy just because it is a little pricey, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But this is the Phytocell Renewal Serum. All right, so something I changed recently, like within the last month, is my moisturizing routine. So I think it was about a month or two ago when Dermalogica reached out and asked if I wanted to try this new product they were putting out, this moisturizing product, and for dry sensitive skin. And I was like, yes, I have dry sensitive skin. I would love to try out this product. As much as I was loving the moisturizer and oil I was using before, I still just didn't feel like my skin was 100% calm, if that makes sense. I really needed something in my routine that was cooling and really balanced my skin. When I first got these products, this oil I had some faith in. It's called the Barrier Defense Booster. It reminds me a lot of the Zum Face. I've mentioned it in a favorites video, I believe, the Zum Face Argan Oil that I was using, but it doesn't smell as much like patchouli, which I love because I'm not a huge fan of patchouli. So I'm really, really, really loving this Barrier Defense Booster. I think the only thing that I would say about this is it is difficult to get it on the palm of your hand. You really have to shake it out. But at the same time, I really like that because I'm notorious for using too much product. So this container, or I think it's just like a little nipple. No, it's not a nipple. It's like a little tip. This is just getting really weird. But anyways, the little applicator or whatever, it doesn't allow you to use too much product. So I love that because a lot of oils, I definitely use way too much and I can't help myself because I don't know what I'm doing. But it was the Calm Water Gel that I was kind of skeptical of, not gonna lie about it. Like it says on the label, it is a gel-like consistency. It is not super thick. It's gel. It's a freaking gel. That's what it feels like. But what I was kind of nervous about is I did not know if this gel was going to be enough to moisturize my face. And let me just tell you, I've seen the biggest difference in my skin in 1 month than I have in 2 whole years that I've been, you know, really working on my skincare. So this is one that will stay in my routine forever and ever and ever and ever as long as they make it. It has calmed my skin. It has balanced my skin. It is not too much. It's not a greasy feeling. It is not too drying. It's weird. It's almost like it's the perfect amount of moisture on your face. It like knows what your skin needs almost. I'm absolutely in love with this for any of that hot feeling, if you know what I mean, that hot, dry, sensitive skin, any texture. So how I use these products is first I use the Barrier Defense Booster. I shake a couple drops on my fingers, then I rub them together and pat it into mainly just my T-zone. It says to pat it all over your face, but I don't necessarily get a lot of dry sensitive skin all over my face. It's mainly just in my T-zone. So I get a lot of dry skin here on my forehead, on my nose, next to my nose, in my cheek area, and a little bit on my chin. So I usually just put the oil there right where I need it. I just target it there. Then I go in with the Calm Water Gel. A little bit of this goes a long way, which is also really great. So I just use a tiny amount. I start small, and if I need more, I'll add a little bit more. Rub my fingers together, pat it onto my face, really kind of make sure it's worked in, and also on my neck, and then call it a day. And that is how I use this. The Barrier Defense Booster, I don't know, I haven't tried the Calm Water Gel without it, so I don't know if it's the combo that really keeps my dry skin at bay, but definitely love the combo right now and cannot live without it. So I'm gonna mention another moisturizer because I feel like this treated me well for several months. Before I started using the Dermalogica products. I will still use this on my neck area and on my hands before I go to bed. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, the Intense Hydration one. It is like this little tub thing. This is for really, it says help hydrate dry, parched skin, irritation due to eczema, all that stuff is what this is supposed to help with. So you can use it all over your body. If you find that you need a little bit of an extra layer, or it's really cold and dry where you're at, or you're skiing, or you have eczema, whatever, this Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty, love this stuff. Definitely worth mentioning. All right, so next up in my skincare routine, 500 hours later, I know I use a bunch of crap on my face. You don't have to tell me. The skin around your eyes is super duper important. I really don't know much about skincare, obviously, because I am not a professional. I do know that as soon as I neglect my eye area, that is the first thing I notice, because my concealer, my eyeshadow, everything just looks like textured and flaky, and it just does not go on right. One product I use during the day and one product I use at night. So the one I use in the morning is the Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Eye Treatment by Juice Beauty. I lost the cap on this, which is probably not sanitary, but what can you do? The one thing I really love about the Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Eye Treatment is that it is a super thin consistency. So I don't know, there's something about when you use an eye cream, if it's too thick, makeup goes over it terribly. It looks horrible. It will sometimes look like your not mascara, what am I talking about? Concealer is like coming off of your face because it's just such a thick consistency, you know what I mean? I love, love, love this eye treatment because it is thin enough to put makeup over and it does not compromise the texture or anything like that of your eye skin. So you're supposed to pump out a little bit of it and like run it across your eye area, but to me, I don't do that. I just put a little bit on my finger and just dab it around my eye because I find that way more effective for me. I don't use as much product, and also I don't know about keeping this sanitary, so I put a little bit on my clean finger and kind of just dab it around because I feel like that's a little bit more trustworthy. At night, I use a totally different kind of heavier duty eye cream. I use this once again by Makeup Artist Choice. This is the Transforming Anti-Aging Eye Repair. What I do is this, I scoop a little bit out with my clean nail, like just at the edge of it, and then I kind of just like use my nail as an applicator. It did come with an applicator, but I lost it like 5 seconds after I got it. So I just use my finger and just lightly dab around my eye area. I really, really love this for my nighttime eye care. I don't have a ton of wrinkles around my eye, so I don't know how to compare it. But what I will say is I do not have any dry skin anymore around my eye area. I especially get really dry right here on the inner corner area of my upper lid, and I haven't experienced any dryness after using this at night. And then I find this way easier to put makeup over. I feel like this would be way too heavy. And this one could work for all around. You definitely don't need 2 different eye creams. I just happen to be dabbling and being like, oh, I'll try something new. But I ended up liking both. So I don't know what I want to do with my life now. All right, so the very last thing I do in my skincare routine is I take care of my lips. And this is just super important to me because I wear a lot of liquid lipstick, and you can see every single area of dry skin on your lips clings to that area and just is like, hey, check out my dry ass lips. So the first thing I use is the Lush lip scrub. This is the chocolate one, which tastes like heaven, and my mouth is watering right now talking about it. I just kind of open the little jar and I dig out some of the sugar scrub, and then I put it on my lips and I just start kind of exfoliating gently on my lips. And then after I am done scrubbing, I lick off the rest of the sugar, and it is so freaking good. It tastes like heaven. And then the very, very, very last product I use in this whole freaking thing is this Dermalogica Nightly Lip Treatment. I've been using this for about 6 months and I absolutely love this product. What you do is you pump a little bit of the product out. There's like a little pump area, and then it has a little metal applicator, and when you start working it on your lips, it really cools down your lips and it feels so freaking good. And the product itself is you only need a little bit of it. It's more of like a serum feel, I guess you could say. And you're supposed to work it on your lips, but also around your lips. I'm assuming that's for fine lines or any sort of, you know, dryness or cracked areas or whatever. It's not too much either. I just don't feel like my lips are just overly, I don't know, and it doesn't burn. It doesn't have that minty thing. So I really, really, really love this product. Anyways, I think that is it for my winter / dry skin, all of the above routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey girl, hey down in the comments box because you know I love talking to you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.